Okay. Let me turn the bowls over. Yes, I understand completely. Yes, I want something good to eat myself. Let's turn all this over. Here we go. There we go. Okay, okay. Y'all be nice to each other. There's no need in everybody acting this way. Y'all just be good kitties. Be good kitties. There's little Minnie Moo. Come here, Edo. You want to eat more away from the other cats, Edo? Here, Edo, come over here. Here we go. Here, Eve. Here. I got one person here. Hello to whoever's here. Thank you, whoever you are. I need someone to speak to tonight. I got two. Just need somebody to talk to that has a functioning brain. There y'all go. It's Sydney Cat. Hey, Sydney Cat. Thank you for being here. Bad evening, Sydney Cat. Hello, Darlene. Thank you for being here. Hello, Rosemary. Thank you all. Oh, no. Oh. There we go. Now I got rid of it. Thank you all for being here. I'm not doing great, so that's why I'm doing a live stream, so I can have somebody to talk to who I can actually talk to and understands what I'm saying. But it is a nice evening. Plus, it's so hot in the house, I can't stand it. Well, hello, Travis. Well, Travis, that's okay. I haven't done a live stream in about 10 days, Travis. It's been a while. And I thought, well, you want to go outside and sit where it's cooler? You need some time to yourself? I'm going to be out here watching the sunset anyway. So why don't I just go ahead and live stream these beautiful cats and the sunset, and maybe somebody nice will come on for me to talk to. There's the sunset, everyone. It is very hot, Darlene. Very hot. It's like an oven in there. But thank you all for being here. I truly do appreciate it. Yes, Rosemary. It was very nice speaking with you. I hope I didn't keep you too long. Hey, Catitude. Thank you for being here. It really was nice to have someone to talk to, Rosemary. It really was. Oh, Sydney Cat, I can't get my mother to finish her dinner. I mean, I know that you understand what I'm talking about. She keeps picking at it, putting it to the side. And I was like, hey, I kept wanting her to finish so I could come out here earlier before it gets dark. And it just wasn't working. Hey, Icon! Icon, thank you for being here this evening. It's so nice to see you. Yeah, it's pretty back there. But, oh, Moo's being rude. Moo, don't be rude. Yeah, she keeps putting her plate to the side, and she's like, well, I didn't know I was supposed to be eating that. Well, who else was supposed to be? I kept giving her the plate, and she won't sit up. She just slides down, and I'm like, sit up. And I try to show her how to sit up in the chair instead of slid way down, and she'll slide right back down. She refuses to sit upright. Hey, Michelle, thank you for being here. I mean, I've been trying to get her to eat a plate of pasta and tuna, like a tuna casserole, for over an hour. half of it ends up on her shirt. I think when I go to town this week, I'm going to look for like a soup spoon. We don't have any soup spoons in the house. Like something that's more deeper that can hold the food better. But she still gets it. She's missing her mouth. Somehow or another, she's dropping the food coming from the plate to her mouth. I don't know. I don't know. I've got something. I don't, but just like a spoon that would hold the food better than a regular spoon, because she seems to be dropping everything off of the spoon. Oh, she is. It's like having a baby, Sydney Cat. It's literally like I have an uncooperative, angry baby. A very uncooperative, angry baby. She wouldn't go to bed last night, and I had to lure her with an apple and a granola bar. I had to. I had an apple in one hand, a granola bar in the other, like, and I was like, hold it up, like, come here, come in here, look what I've got. I was just like luring an animal to bed. No tozzles. Look, Moo is being mean to Ethereal. What is it, Michelle? This is one of the last danger. Oh, yeah. Well, she still has an appetite. She just can't seem to get it into her mouth, and she'll eat crap. She likes garbage. So maybe I should just feed her garbage. You know, like you say, it's the calories, just calories, calories. Because she'll eat Pop Tarts and things like that. But Moo is creeping around for something. Look, he's creeping. Yeah, she only wants to eat garbage, like things that are not good for her. Like, so I guess eating anything at this point is good. You know. Hey, there's Effie. Here's Minnie Moo. There's Locket. There's Kazera. Ado has a sore paw. She's been hopping for a few days. Yeah, catitude. I suppose the bad thing is when they lose their appetite. There's a channel on another platform. I don't think they do YouTube, and it was called Belle and Jock. It's on TikTok. I don't know if y'all have ever seen it. Belle and Jock. And they were an older couple, and they argued, and the granddaughter would record their arguments. And they had millions of views, a huge following over there on the TT platform. And Belle, the grandmother in the channel, died last week, and she had dementia. And when she stopped eating, they had this thing where they took all her snacks and put it out for the birds. They kind of like spelled her name out with the snacks, Belle, with a little heart next to it, and then threw everything into the yard for the birds, saying she no longer eats. Hey, Connie. Hi, Connie. Thank you for being here. And so, yeah, and then right after they made that video, she passed. I think the 12th, the grandmother passed. Hey, it's Betty. Hi, Betty. Thank you for being here this evening. Thank you all for being here. It is very cool out here compared to in the house. In the house, it's like an oven. Yeah, Dow has been hopping and not wanting to come to the front. I don't know if she got into some sort of entanglement with one of the other cats. So I am surprised to see Edo, the black and white cat, here this evening. Well, I'm happy that you're here. Oh, there's my phone. I'm happy that everyone's here. I noticed that I hadn't done a live stream in many, many days, and I'm like, well, thank you, Michelle. I just feel better once it cools down. That's what I'm waiting for, is a cool down. It's just so nasty. And the house is hotter than outside. It's actually comfortable out here. Moo, I think Moo is finished. There's Ethereal. Here's Locket. We got two black ones here, Catitude. One of them might have already left. This is Noir. There she is. There's the mommy Noir. She's 5 years old, and I cannot pet her, Catitude. And this is Little Noir, her baby from about 2 years ago. It's very hard to tell them apart, but if you know what to look for, you can see the difference between Big Noir and Little Noir. But neither of them are friendly. I'll show you. I'm going to reach down and demonstrate. Hey there. Hey. Hey. She's like, no, I don't like you. Connie, I am in Louisiana, the northern part of Louisiana, where it's still very hot and very humid. But you know, they don't like me in this Moo, this one right here. He does not like me. And, but they will follow me for walks. They will go for walks with me. Even the cats that do not like me. If y'all have ever watched any of my sunrise walks, I do long and short videos of that. They are following me. They will come for a walk with me, even though they don't like me or they're afraid of me. But they will follow me for a walk, which I always found that amazing. That a cat that doesn't want anything to do with you, but yet, oh, well, we'll go for a walk. Oh, Rosemary, have you heard anything about your adoption yet? I know you told me Saturday you were waiting to hear about that from them. I was wondering if you've gotten any news. Not yet. Oh, I know waiting is hard. I'd be like calling them like, hey, people, tell me something. I want to know. I need to know now. Tell me something. It can't be that hard to make up your mind. Yeah, is the youngest of the black of the two, and her tail is slimmer, not quite as poofy as the bigger one. And she's ever so slightly smaller than the mommy cat. And their faces are shaped just a little bit different, but you do have to know what to look for. And sometimes I have to really pay attention. It does help if I can see the two side by side. Yeah, I think they are kittens. Yes. They're a brother and sister, Darlene. I think they're fairly young. And if there's anyone here, for those of you who do not know, I think most of you here do know, but for those of you who do not know, Rosemary has unfortunately had a loss. She lost two kitties very close together. I mean, I think most of you here do know about that, but for somebody who might be listening and not in chat, or for somebody who's maybe is in our circle but hasn't seen the post yet, yeah, Rosemary has had a horrible, horrible loss. And I mean, it's hard enough losing one when you get them back to back like that. You just don't get a chance to rebound. Ethereal's thinking about coming over. Ethereal, are you going to come snuggle? He's trying to come over my shoulder. That's not the way. No. Over the shoulder is not the way. Oh, we have 17 here now. Hi there, you want some more? Do you want some more, Ethereal? Hello, Skookum Ranch. Oh my God! Did you see my post? I just wrote something on your old channel because I was looking through a playlist of my Oregon videos, and I said, "Oh my God, WD hasn't posted anything for a while." And you know, I had some specific ones on my Oregon playlist, and I maybe you saw it. But thank you for being here, WD. Thank you, WD. It's so nice to hear from you. I'm having one of those days. I miss your videos so much. I have a whole Oregon playlist, y'all. Sydney Cat, this is a good friend of mine. Skookum Ranch is a good friend of mine. WD, everyone say hello to him and welcome him in. He lives in Oregon. And if any of y'all don't know me, some of the newer people here, if you do not realize, I'm obsessed. Well, I'll have to go look that up. Oh my God. See, I didn't know what your new channel was. So I know now. Let me go to, let's see. I have, right here. This is my other phone. And I have a whole Oregon playlist. And, I was just looking at it, and there you see WD. I was looking at your videos right there, and that one is going to be a year tomorrow, September the 16th. And so I was like, well, I knew you had another channel. I just didn't know what it is. But thank you for being here. I really do appreciate it. I love seeing your little part of Oregon. But I have a whole row of videos where I go through YouTube and Google it and get recommendations that are on my Oregon playlist that I watch when I'm upset, which is often. Yeah. Yes, Ado has not been feeling. Her paw has been bothering her. Her back paw. Let me go to this. I'm gonna try to. I'm obsessed. Oh, there's me yakking. I'm on that other phone, and I don't like. Well, thank you. I got a new phone, WD. If you go to my main channel, this channel, not the backup channel, and if you notice my videos look better, I got a brand new phone. Not expensive. This old girl doesn't do expensive, but I am doing. The videos look much better. And Ray is here. Hello, Ray. Hi, Ray. Thank you for being here this evening. I hope you and Jess are both doing well. it says WD. It says no content. WD. It says no content. But it says you have 244 videos. Hmm. Okay, let me go back. Right here is, I just clicked on your little icon on my other phone. And look, there it is. No content. It does show that it has, let's see if it goes to videos. Okay, now there it shows. Okay, if I go to videos, okay. There's the videos. Okay. And there's the shorts. Okay. It just doesn't put anything on your front page for some reason. I'm confused. Anyway. It says you live in Idaho. Have you moved to Idaho, WD? No, Michelle. I don't have a Georgia playlist. Georgia's hot too. I want to go somewhere where I'm not sweating 10 months out of the year. I'm miserable. Still Oregon. Oh, just to keep them guessing. Yeah, I know you were having an issue. We won't get into that, WD. We won't get into that. But I know you were having an issue. Well, I'm subscribing, okay? I am subscribing. And trust me, WD, I will be watching to see what you're up to in that your beautiful part of the world. And I hope someday I will be in Oregon and we can meet. We could meet. I'm hoping. That's a goal. I'm not giving up on my dream, y'all. I've had a dream for many years. Oh, look, the baby's here. Look, the little baby's coming. Oh, Ray, I know it's nasty hot in Florida too. Where I am feels like Florida. Yes, Connie, I've had a dream for many years, over 30 years, and to go to somewhere in the Pacific Northwest. And for a long time, I thought about Washington, but when I discovered that Oregon's a good place to grow irises, the biggest iris farm in the United States is in Oregon. And I decided I want to go to Oregon. I would love to be cooler right now. The dew point is horrendous here right now. I mean, even I wouldn't mind if it just got to be a lower dew point. You know, I know. I had a friend who's not here tonight, John. For those of you who know John, many on here know John. I know Rosemary knows John. And and I talked to John on the phone, and he's telling me, "Oh, you wouldn't really like Oregon. You would want to come back home." And I know if y'all watch Adam's channel, y'all see 4 Catbillies in a mountain shack. That's John, the 4 Catbillies channel. And I talked to him, and he said, "Oh, I don't think you'd like Oregon." He says it's beautiful, and he says, "I don't think you'd like their politics." And I'm like, I don't care about politics. I'm not going to sit there and talk to people about politics, whether I agree or not agree. I don't want to talk about people's politics or their religion. Those are personal things, you know. And I explained to John, this does not feel like home for me. If I left here, I would be leaving a lot of horrendous memories. I don't have any good memories here, and I would be leaving that all behind. And he said, after I explained to him the horrible things that's happened to me, because me and John talked personally, and John said, yeah, you probably wouldn't miss it. You wouldn't miss being in Louisiana. Uh, because of the things that's happened to you there. I would just be leaving painful memories behind. But I don't know what to do about all the cats. But oh yeah, I would have the best time because I love going for walks and exploring, and we're gonna come out here and look at the sunset. I would bring the cats with me. Most definitely, Connie. Some of these cats I can't catch, so they would have to. There is a neighbor's house. Look, there's the baby. This little baby is starting to follow me around. I would get an RV and just throw them all in the RV. And I have a plan. And I was almost there. I had my money. And then my mother had money, and we were going to sell all this and combine it. And then COVID hit. Yeah, there's a place they go to, Catitude, that is, I'll show you. Here goes the little ones. This one's got darker tabby stripes. Let's walk, y'all. Let's walk. I'll show y'all what I'm talking about. There goes one of the black ones. We're going for a walkie. Oh, goodness. Minnie Moo cut me off. Come on. Let's walk. Shows there's 12 people here. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. There goes Minnie Moo. Okay. If you go right through here, this thicket, there's a fence back there. And then there's another field. You go through this fence, back to that field, and there's a house they go visit. Thank you, Ray, for reminding everyone to give me the, yeah, thank you, thumbs up. Thank you all for reminding everyone of that. Oh, Travis, it's nice seeing you here again. Yeah, it's been maybe 10, 11 days since I live streamed. But yeah, they just go through that fence. And there's a whole house over there they go eat. Sometimes I just see them in the evening. Well, thank you for being here, WD. And I'm so happy I found your other channel. And I will watch your videos tonight. Yeah, that's where Edo finds her boyfriends. That's where Big Tom lives, y'all. Oh, look, that's gorgeous. Yes, it is Bigfoot country up there. Look at Minnie Moo is always under my feet, y'all. Well, hello, Chelsea. How is Shadow doing? Who are we speaking of? Chelsea. I'm going to trip over you. I'm going to trip over you. Yeah, Connie, I've heard Adam talk about that. Some of my cats don't mind riding. Well, hey, Paul. Oh, Ray. I wonder where he came from. I mean, I know ear tipped means fixed. There's Kai Kai. And most of these cats, a lot of these cats have names from Oregon. I don't know how well y'all can see that. That is My azaleas. That is pretty back there. Paul, what time is it in England? Over there across the pond, as they say. It's early, isn't it? Or late? One or the other. Let's go this way. So they do have another place that they go visit. Okay, late. Well, it is dissipating. Let's go back over here to the chairs. Hey, Minnie Moo. Hey, Minnie Moo. I haven't named this one yet. This is a new baby, everyone. Y'all saw it nursing at one time. But it doesn't have a name yet. It's gonna have thick fur and has darker tabby stripes than the others. So it might have a different daddy than the others. It's looking for some kibble. Here you go, little baby. Don't be afraid. Come here. Kitty. Come here. I was going to grab it, but it kept running. Oh, Paul, 19. It was a good life. 19 is a nice long life for your cat. I had many of mine make it to 19. I had some made it to 20, one made it to 21. I'm going to get it for y'all. Here we go. I got it. Look at that face. Look at that. Look at that beautiful baby. Okay, I'll let you eat. Here, put your bowl. You know, Catitude, I haven't, but I'm planning to. My inside cats are. But the thing of it is, they don't seem to be able to raise kittens. Something always happens to them. Every once in a while, they'll raise one like that. And it's very unusual to. Oh my God, Travis! I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh. It just seems like so many people are losing their babies. Oh, it's so sad. Oh, it just seems like just it just hurts so much. It's an unconditional love that you just can't get anywhere else. You just can't find the kind of love you can get from a pet. Yeah, Catitude, I do wish they could live forever. I really do. But, I always think, well, what would happen to them after I'm gone? So I like to think we could all pass away at the same time because nobody could ever love them the way I do. Or if they could find good homes. Oh, look, Kaisera's in the chair. Kai. Uh-oh, I hear some growling behind me. Yeah, Ray, they did do that, Ray. The Egyptians worshipped cats. And it is a penalty if you hurt a cat in Egypt. Oh, the baby's eating, y'all. Let's put a little light on it so we can see how cute. There we go. We can see it better. There's the little baby. Hey there. Well, hello, Maya. Hi, Maya. Thank you for being here this evening. So nice to see you. We're just admiring the sunset and kittens. I'm not sure, Rosemary. Maybe a couple of months old. It's just starting to want to follow us around. It hasn't made a trip into the woods with me yet. And speaking of something, video related, my last video, I know many of you here have watched it, and so many of y'all thought, I read your comments, and I'd put in the pinned comment that the first video was of Ori. But the rest of them were of these cats and Miracle. So everybody thought I just made a whole tribute to Ori, but it was just videos over the last 5 years. And most of the videos in that multi-video was of Miracle and these cats. So I wish y'all would go rewatch the video, because the second video is of Miracle learning to climb down when he was a baby. So, and it's also lots of photographs. There are some sunsets, some flowers, and it's just things over the last 5 years I compiled, and I really wish that more people would have watched it. I know, Ray, that was my first Instagram. I've had that Instagram page for over 5 years, I think. And I sort of stopped posting on it for a while and made one with the name, because that was my first YouTube channel, Ray. My very first YouTube channel was called Introverts Inspiration, because it's all about being introverted and finding connections through something other than hanging out with people. So I made that Instagram to go with that channel. So I didn't post on it much, but I had way more followers on that one than I did on the one I made to go with this channel, the Tranquil Unique Nature Instagram. Yes, Chelsea, that is true. We do need to drink plenty of water. I've got a couple of bottles in the freezer I'm going to have when I get in. That's very nice, Paul. Paul always writes the nicest things. Thank you, Paul. That's very sweet. Yeah, catitude. So many people think introverted means shy, and many people who are introverted may be shy. But I'm not shy. I'm introverted. I'm interested in being with myself and my cats, and just maybe a couple of people occasionally. And it's Adam. Hello, Adam. Welcome this evening. Thank you for being here. Yes, everyone, stay hydrated. So I'm not shy, and so many people have mistook my introversion as shyness. It's just they're not talking about the things I'm interested in. If you start me talking about my cats or my flowers, or when I had my business about my business, you can't shut me up. It's just like, oh my God, will she ever shut up? But I don't want to gossip. I don't like to necessarily drag other people through the mud. Rosemary knows. I talked to Rosemary so long, it's wonder if she even wanted to come to my live stream. So I'm not shy. I'm not a little wilting wallflower. I'm actually somewhat aggressive. And I was just talking about you earlier, John. John. Thank you for being here this evening. It's so nice to see you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. It's so nice to see you all as we watch the last remnants of September the 15th dwindle away. No, John, I would never say anything bad about you, ever. And if I did think something bad, I'd keep it to myself because I don't like talking bad about people unless they piss me off. I was just talking about how you didn't think, what I was saying, John, is that you had told me you didn't think that I would like Oregon. And then when we had the talk about on the phone personally about why I don't want to be here anymore and that I wouldn't be leaving home, I would be leaving bad memories. And then you understood why I wanted to go to Oregon and that, after we spoke, you kind of understood that I wouldn't feel like I was leaving home. I feel like I'm running to something. I'm not going anywhere though, y'all. I'm stuck here forever. This is just a silly, silly old lady dream. I'm not going anywhere. Well, goodbye, Chelsea. Thank you for being here. So nice to see you. I'm being swarmed by mosquitoes. Well, Paul, have a great night's sleep. Thank you for being here. And look at what we have, everyone. Look who's here for their after dinner snuggle. It's Ethereal. Ethereal is here for his after dinner snuggles. I hope you sleep well, Paul. I would love to get a good night's sleep. It's not happening for me. Oh, the mosquitoes are just swarming me. Oh, I can tell it's starting to cool down. It's very nice out here. Yeah, Catitude, I have never been very good at sleeping, ever. Never been my thing. I try, and the more I try, it's like I'm putting my foot on the gas and the brakes at the same time. It's just nothing's happening. Oh, John, if you knew how hot it is here, it's I'm miserable. I'm like I have to stay outside to just tolerate the heat. It's so hot in the house. It's miserable. But no, I think, John, we talked and you understood why I would never want to return. After we had our little talk, I think you sort of understood. There's nobody for me here. The only person that was here for me was my mother. Technically, she's alive, but she's not here. My mother is physically here, but whatever my mother is or was, is gone. There's nobody for me here. Nothing for me here. Um, well, I've watched enough videos about it, Rosemary, and I check their weather every day. Um, I've checked their weather every day for the last 15 years. Well, thank you, Connie. I appreciate that. I'm having trouble getting her to finish her dinner. I finally got frustrated and I said, I'm going outside to do a live stream. I was just so frustrated with the whole situation of trying to get her to eat. And, last night, for me trying to get her to go to bed, I was shaking It was so difficult. She just, I was luring her with treats like you're trying to lure a pet. They're all over here doing things. Yeah, our rain has stopped too, John. Travis, thank you for being here. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great evening, Travis. Well, hello, Belarus. Thank you for being here, Belarus. I actually do know where Belarus is. Thanks for being here all the way from Belarus. Is it Yoda? Happy birthday, Yoda! Who looks so much like my miracle. Oh, there's the little baby. Give him a great big birthday hug from me, Adam. Oh, I think I know the video you're speaking of, John. Yeah, Adam made a video that was not about cats, which is fine. Um, and if that's the video John's talking about, and everybody has a right to do what they do on their channel, but I really want to try to keep this just, well, baby cats in my life and flowers, and I don't know. I'm afraid of offending someone. I really do try to tiptoe around everybody's feelings because I know everybody's got their own ideas and we're all entitled to our opinions, whether or not somebody thinks it's right or wrong. Everybody has their own opinion and their own outlook on life. And no, it's the 15th, Adam. Did you look at the calendar wrong, Adam? I know it's the 15th because it is the 5th year anniversary of me losing my uncle. My uncle died September the 15th of 2020. He lived, the one who lived in this abandoned mobile home over here. Yeah. Of course, he had not been here for a while. He was in a special place, a special facility. But yeah, I've been thinking about him and his life a lot today. And how unfortunate it turned out for him. It really did turn out to be unfortunate. Yeah, Adam, those anniversaries of those deaths do stand out in our minds. They really do. Ethereal's still here getting his snuggies on. Are the mosquitoes bothering you too, Effie? Are they bothering you too? It's Charity! Thank you for being here, Charity. So nice to see you. I hope you're doing well this evening. Oh, 2 cars in a row. That's very unusual for here. Well, that's good to hear. Charity, we just take it moment by moment. I'm better now that all of you are here. Really, I thought I'm in such a bad state of mind. I shouldn't do a live stream. I shouldn't be around people. And I do feel better now that I'm getting to visit with all of you. Rosemary, what day is it? What's your birthday? Is your birthday, Rosemary? If you want to tell, if you don't want to tell, I understand completely. Oh, the 24th. It's Photos Against Anxiety. Thank you for being here, Demi. It's so nice to see you again. From beautiful Washington, we were just talking about the Pacific Northwest. I just had someone from Oregon stop by. Thanks for being here. It's kind of getting dark. We were just watching the sunset, Demi, and I've been looking at your beautiful photos. And if all of you, if y'all don't know each other's channels, please, everyone, go check out each other's channel. Go check out Rosemary. She just did a little thing about her pets that she's lost. And go check out the Giving Pause, Photos Against Anxiety. She has some excellent nature photos that I look at all the time. Excellent flowers and stuff. Everyone, please, please go check out each other and see what everybody's got going on. Yeah, I understand, Adam, that that was something very compelling to speak about. Um, I don't know. It's just I'll keep my mouth shut and let other people speak about it. Yeah, yes, Rosemary, I saw your community post. If everyone goes to Rosemary's channel, you can see what she's got going on. Uh, Adam, thank you for asking. Everybody is doing well. Thankfully, I got so much going on. The last thing I think I could handle is something going on with my cats. My plate is my emotional plate overfloweth with nothing good. And see, I also I try to, like I said, I talk about my life sometimes. I do talk about my life and what's going on. Let's see if I can get this to focus. There we go. That's better. See, Kai's there. I'm sitting over there in that chair. Ethereal is in my lap. And I don't know if I could be making it through what I'm going through right now without my cats. Um, and without the woods and going out there and going into the woods. My time in the woods with Miracle is keeps me together. These cats, the woods, hey, more traffic. We usually do not get this many cars going by. I mean, there's a lot of things I'd like to speak up about. Don't, trust me, I'm opinionated, everyone. I'm very opinionated. But I just don't want to, um, go on a rant and piss some people off. And I'm not saying anybody else shouldn't do it, but just for me, I'm going to keep my mouth shut. Oh, there's the neighbor. That's a neighbor turning in over there. Oh, Catitude, the woods are are wonderful. There's nobody else out there. And if I were to see someone else out there, they're trespassing. I did see where it looked like somebody moved some leaves off the old well. Um, oh, John, I had a really great conversation with Rosemary Saturday. So she made me feel better, and I was hoping I could make her feel better. Um, I was hoping that me and Rosemary could commiserate together. Hey, Judy. Thank you for being here, Judy. So nice to see you this evening. Well, thank you, Connie. I appreciate that. Uh, yeah, I'm glad you like the videos. I hope I make videos that people find peaceful and relaxing. That's what the name of the channel is. Tranquil. Remember Tranquil? Unique nature experience. So um, it's a tranquil, unique nature experience. And I just want to, let you know on my live streams, I will touch on what's going on in my life and why maybe I'm not sometimes as happy and perky as one might think I should be. Well, Connie, that was my goal. That's why I started the channel. I found my time in the woods with the cats. I found it very relaxing for myself. I really enjoyed it. It calmed me down. I first started making videos right around COVID. Can we say COVID? The pandemic. Can't say coronavirus, COVID, pandemic. I was adjusting to my new lifestyle of not being able to work at the moment. And so I think a lot of people did start making videos around that time. I was on somebody else's live stream about a year ago, and all of us were talking about we sort of started our channels around the beginning or sometime during the pandemic, and um, I found so much solace going out there in the woods, being alone, just resting and relaxing and just looking at the trees and listening to the sounds of nature. And sometimes I went with cats and sometimes I didn't. Yeah, Adam, I do try to be myself. It's just a toned down, like if my volume is like 11 or 12 of my personality, I water it down. You can ask John and Rosemary that this is me, but it's a more, just turn down the volume of my personality a little bit. It might be a bit much for you too. But no, I don't pretend to be anybody else. I just sort of dial back my very large personality a little bit. But it was just, I'd been going through these woods my whole entire life. I mean, these woods, trails in the woods were here before I was born. And so these trails have been a part of my life my entire life. Uh, yeah, catitude. I think that's true that we should be allowed to be who we are. I've heard of so many people who've gotten in trouble and they get a strike. YouTube gives them a strike, and I just don't want a strike. Adam, like I said, I'm very opinionated, and and I don't want to piss anybody off. I just want people to enjoy my woods and my flowers and my cats. Um, I'm, Ethereal is swatting, trying to bite at the bugs swarming him. Get him, Effie. Get him. But no, I do agree that we should be allowed to be who we are. Yet more chocolate. Oh, I hear a growl somewhere behind me. It's Logan. Hey, Logan. So nice to see you this evening. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well, Logan. Oh, so many of my good friends are here this evening. New friends, older friends. Some of you I've known for years, like John and Rosemary. I've known for years. Darlene. I've probably known Darlene for years. Hi, Bride of Self. Thank you for being here this evening. Some of you are newer friends I met on Adam's channel, like Catitude and Connie. And some of you are people I've stumbled across just by scrolling. I've met a lot of people just by scrolling and through YouTube. This catches my eye and met and found some really good channels just by scrolling. And I've met so many people who on live streams who don't necessarily have the same interest as me. Like, say for instance, Logan often does games, playing games, which is not my thing at all. And Maya, I met Maya on Adam. So Maya, Connie, Catitude, and Glare Bear, who's been coming to my channel, and I met every one of them on Adam's channel. And I've met so many great people on YouTube who I might not necessarily have that much in common with as far as channels go, what's our channel is about. But, that doesn't mean, you can't enjoy each other's content and hang out on live streams. And I've just met so many wonderful people. I was telling Rosemary Saturday about how there's nobody at all for me here. I'm alone here. I am alone here. And I have felt alone. Okay, true confessions. For 95% of my life, I have felt totally alone. Totally alone, isolated, and outcast. And I was telling Rosemary, I have found my people on YouTube. I've made more wonderful connections with people on YouTube than I've ever made in real life. Well, Glare Bear, I'm glad you think it's worth it. Sometimes you do feel like you need to speak your mind, Glare Bear. I understand completely. It is hard for me to keep my mouth shut, though. A lot of things I really do want to speak up on, but, you know. Well, Adam, give her a little pet for me while you're feeding her. Yeah, I mean, I've never been around people who like cats. I had a really great friend. I've used the friend term, but she was more like a family. She was like a mother to me, and she did not like cats. But she didn't dislike cats. She was afraid of cats. My friend Loretta was afraid of cats, and she would come to my house, and if a cat approached her, she would panic. She's like, "Get it, get it." She'd had a bad experience with cats when she was young, a child. So she loved animals, but she was just afraid of cats. And my family was never into cats. So the only time I could ever talk to anybody about cats if I ran into somebody at the cat food section at Walmart, and then we'd get in this long conversation about my cat did this and my cat did that. And I have just never had known anyone that I would have a cat connection with. And I just say I found my people, and I hope I found a place on YouTube. I've met so many wonderful people on YouTube. Great people who are younger and older, or from all walks of life, from all parts of the world. Oh, raccoon! Raccoon! No! There goes the raccoon. Get out of here, raccoon. No. No. Look, no, he's wading in the pond. No. No, raccoon. No. Looks like he's looking for something in the water. We're just swarming with raccoons around here, Darlene. He's Where'd he go? He ran off somewhere, or maybe he's behind the grass. Yeah, Rosemary. It was washing its hands, getting ready to eat, but I don't think there's much cat food left. Oh, Logan, they're not afraid of me. The possums and the raccoons are not afraid of me. They come right up to me, and like I'm nothing. Like, yeah, whatever. What you gonna do about it, woman? I don't know where it went. Oh, here's Minnie Moo, y'all. Minnie Moo's behind me. There's little Minnie Moo. Hey, Minnie Moo. Hey, deputy girl. Oh, she's such a sweetie. Yeah, Minnie Moo is just, unfortunately, Miracle is mean to Minnie Moo. He ran her up a tree the other night. I was, Friday night, I was out here watching the sunset. And I was coming back in. Of course, Miracle ran out. Out goes Miracle. It was close to being dark. I was had to get a headlamp, was chasing Miracle. First he ran, jumped on Minnie Moo. I made him stop, and then Minnie Moo ran up a tree. And then I hear growlings. And then he went and hid in the giant gardenias, and I had to get a can of cat food to get him out before it was pitch dark. But thank God he came out for the cat food. Oh, that's very nice, Adam. Um, I wonder why they didn't send you something the first time you donated. I bet they're wondering why somebody from North Carolina is donating. Yeah, Gratitude, the possums are very docile. Possums are docile. It's the raccoons that I feel can be a little aggressive. Um, I know everybody says, oh, raccoons are cute, but I would prefer they not be around here. That's why I leave no cat food or bird seed laying around. Good question, John. How did a possum get into your house? Good question. I would be trying to figure that out. Like, how and why is there a possum? Yes, they will, Rosemary. That's why I never had any kittens. Um, Adam, I would like to give you my address. I just don't know of a way of doing it. Um, if you could um, because there's certain people I don't necessarily want to have my address. Me and Rosemary have spoke about it. So anyway. Oh, your email? Is your email on your channel, Adam? Look at Rosemary. It's just, okay. There's just certain people I don't want to know my address. Rosemary knows what I'm talking about. I think John knows too. And John knows too. Because there are a few people who do know my address. I want to keep it to a minimum. Because I don't want anybody giving it out. I don't want the the address being put out there. Like if somebody were to call and say, hey, I need her address. I want to send her something. Don't give it out. Uh, no matter who asks. So anyway, I put my phone number on a community post one time, and everybody said, oh, you made a big mistake by putting your phone number out there. You're going to get all kinds of crazy calls. I don't have the money, Catitude. At the end of the month, I'm sitting here with less than $1. It takes every penny I have to get through the month. I'm at the end of the month. I have one more day to get through before my mother gets her Social Security check, and I am dead broke. And it's $61 to get a post office box. And now, John, keep your mouth shut. John, delete your comment, John. John, delete your comment. John's a naughty boy. Yeah, Catitude. I'm scraping by, and I don't have the extra. Uh, John, I'm gonna get you. Can't tell John nothing. John, stop! Delete your comment, John. Yeah, Connie. Uh, uh, no, John, anything I tell you is in confidence. John. I don't want anybody to visit me, to be honest. Nobody. I don't need any visitors. I got too much crap going. Logan, don't get in on this, Logan. Y'all wouldn't believe the crap I got going on in my life that I'm dealing with. And Logan, I rarely ever see my uh, uh, neighbors maybe once a month, if that. If that. Hi, Faith. Thank you for being here. Yeah, no, I did put a phone number on the my community post one time, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's a mistake. Everybody's gonna call you," and not one person called me. Nobody. Everybody's like, "Oh my goodness, you're gonna get so many weird phone calls from people." And now a lot of my viewers do have my phone number. A lot of them do. Um, John, Rosemary, Michelle. The if y'all were here earlier, my friend from Oregon, WD. I've talked to him on the phone. Um, who else? Renee from Rascal and Lucy, and Debbie, and so I don't mind people having my phone number because I don't have to answer the phone. You know what I mean? I can look at it and say, "Uh, I, John, John." Okay, we have Princess. Oh yeah, Logan. Renee is very, very sweet. I wonder who that is, Adam. Is Adam going to tell? This is um, Ethereal. He always takes my chair. There's Minnie Moo. And there's the unnamed kitten. I gotta think of a name. There's Locket, Sinfandel, Kaizera. There's a lot of people on here I would like to talk to. If y'all want to send your phone number and 3 different messages, I'd love to. You know, I don't, because like I said, I'm alone here, y'all. I am alone. The only time I really have contact with people is when I um, go to Walmart, or if I just happen to have a neighbor. I have one neighbor who calls about every 2 weeks to make sure I'm not dead, to check on us and make sure we're not dead. Oh, my Rose, leave a comment on a video, and so I can see it. I can't. I don't have a pen out here with me, Maya. So if y'all want to, anybody want to talk, leave a your phone number on comment on a video. On a video. Um, well, I do live out in the woods, Logan. I'm hard to find. Hard to find. you got, you got to, and nobody around here knows my name. So used to you could go stop at a store, the country store, and you could say, "Hey, do you know where Jackie Joe lives? Do you know where Betsy Sue lives? Do you know where Mary Ann lives? Whatever, Johnny Jack. Where do they live?" And yeah, no, that's what everybody told me, Catitude. Don't put anything out there personal, but nobody paid any attention to it, Catitude, because everybody said you've done the wrong thing. That's a mistake, and nobody. Oh, I know National Park Princess. I talked to her on the phone a lot. DL from National Park Princess. If y'all know her channel, if you don't, go check it out. So there's a few people I've met on YouTube that I have talked to, have their number. They call me, I call them. Yes, she is very nice. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of, Catitude. I'm afraid of that. Um, that's why I was said if the people who do know my address, because they've sent me things, don't tell anybody else. Because DL National Park Princess went to Oregon last year, and she knows my Oregon obsession, and she got me some souvenirs from Oregon. So I gave her my address so she could send me the. It's a beautiful mug that I drink out of it every day. It has Oregon Coast on it, and I drink from the mug every morning. And she sent back some coffee and some jam made from Oregon berries. So I'm more wary of giving out my address. Only a couple people have ever had the address because I uh, don't need any visitors. Because right now I'm doing okay. I'm outside. I'm with cats. It's cooler. It's peaceful. You know, I feel better out here with the cats. I'm talking to all you wonderful people. But when I go inside, it's going to change from day to night. I'm going to be in a horrific place doing horrific things. Did y'all knock my phone off, my other phone? Did y'all do that? Is it on the ground? Yes, ethereal. Okay. You know, Glare Bear, I think it's legal in about half of the country now, Glare Bear. All the West Coast. Yeah, Logan, I've had an Oregon obsession or a Pacific Northwest obsession for over 30 years. Uh, at least. I had a good friend who's no longer with us, but her brother lived in Oregon, and I met him, and he was telling me all about it, and then I started researching it, and it was like, oh, it sounds wonderful. Yeah, it is far, but I always say the further I can get away from here, the better. Let's see if I can make this focus. They're over there playing. I was hoping they'd climb the tree. They love climbing that tree, but yeah, I think the marijuana is legal in just about everywhere out west except for Idaho and Wyoming, and most of the places out east, and like Minnesota, Michigan. I feel claws in my back. There's claws in my back. Yeah, Adam. Uh, 9 cats going making that trip would be something. Oh, Rosemary, I am getting close to getting my treat Wednesday that I was talking about. The three C's, the three C's. Oh, there's a cat. Who is that? Scratching me. It's Princess. Princess, don't scratch. There's little Minnie Moo. Yes, Rosemary. And I'm going to get some chocolate and a bag of chips. The three C's: chips, chocolate, Chardonnay. Well, Darlene, give Murphy a big hug from me. Thank you for being here, Darlene. I really do appreciate it, and thank you for visiting my channel and leaving all your kind comments over these many, many years. I've known Darlene for a long time. You have a great evening. Yes, and the cats are going to have a party. We're getting fancy feast. Yeah, Maya, I talk about Oregon all the time, and I look at Oregon videos every day, Maya. But I'm stuck here, Maya. I am stuck. Especially with my mother being the way she is. I could not travel with her in her condition. Yes, John, I agree. Utah is, it's just, oh, I want to go anywhere. Y'all, I've never been anywhere in my life except Alabama. Um, oh, Adam, I do not drink that often. A, I can't afford to. B, it has a lot of calories. But let me tell you, after dealing what I deal with, a little drinky here and there is nice. Um, I want to go anywhere though. I never got to travel ever. Um, so, I mean, so many people got childhood vacations. I never had that except going to Alabama. And the only reason we went to Alabama was because my father had family who lived out there. So it wasn't to have a vacation, it was to visit these dumb relatives I didn't know and didn't want to know. You know, as a child, there was no fun in that. We did go see a waterfall. There's a waterfall. There's a state park in Alabama called Nakalula Falls, and I got to see that. And um, that was it. That was my vacation for my whole entire life. It was my vacation. So, I wanted to at least go somewhere in my lifetime. Somewhere. Anywhere. Oh, there's Moo. Oh, there's Moo. It is peaceful out here at night. Catitude, I think every country is screwed up. I think I hear about there's issues going on in France, something. Um, Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I'm never going to leave, but I won't give up hope. I won't. At this point, I'm happy to go to Walmart once a week. For me, going to Walmart to get groceries is a vacation. Literally, I get to leave here. I go when my mother is asleep, and she never even knows I'm gone because she's in. I go early in the morning while she's asleep, and whoever thought that me going to Walmart would be a vacation from what I've got going on here. Yeah, Logan, I'm trying to make the best of every day, Logan. I'm just trying to find little things that make me happy. You know. Yes, Connie, exactly. I need to get away, and going to get groceries is a break. And I get to see different things, and I've been there a million times, but it's just a change from being here. But I just try to take every day, and I'm like, I sort of look at a calendar on my phone, and I'm like, I made it through this day. Now I got to get through this day, and that's how I sort of do it. Yeah, well, Logan, right now I've been thrown a lot, a lot. Every day is a challenge, but there was an accident. Adam must clean an accident. Hey, you know what's worse than having to clean up cat accidents? Having no cats to make the accidents. And that's what I say every time I go in the kitchen and they've turned over the garbage can and they've strewn garbage all over the kitchen for me to have to pick up. And I say, oh well, at least I have cats to turn over the garbage and pick up. Or they run across me while I'm asleep and wake me up. And I'm like, oh, I was just getting to sleep. And I'm like, well, that's okay because I have cats to crawl across me and wake me up. My cat Bijoko is really bad about waking me up. I have to make sure he has a full bowl of kibble nearby, or he will be a furry alarm clock, pawing, scratching, meowing. Yes, Adam, I understand completely. Cat poop can be a celebration because I had a cat with megacolon, and I was always happy when she made her poop. It was like, yay, poo poo. I even had a poo poo song I would sing to her. She had to take two different medications to help her poop. And when that poop came, it was an event. Like, poop, poop. And I'm like, and I had a whole song I'd sing to her. Poop, poo, it's a good thing to do. Poo, poo, it's good for me. Poop, 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 it's good for you. It's good for me. So why don't you go ahead and poopy poo? Oh, look, it's raccoon again. Get out of here, raccoon. Go. You're not getting close to me. Now, get up, Ethy. I gotta throw something at the raccoon. Go away. Go away. And it looks like he wants to circle around behind me. I'm going to have to keep an eye out for that raccoon. I'm sorry, Ethy. Come here. Here's back. Here's Ethy. Look at his snuggles. Oh, I love those emojis. Adam, I love emojis. Everyone, let's go crazy with emojis. I've dug rocks up out of the woods, Logan, and put them around my daylily bed. Yeah, everyone, let's see emojis. Adam is so good with emojis. There's Adam with some emoji. I mean, John with the emojis. Rosemary with some emojis. Just any kind of emoji. There's Glare Bear. You know, there used to be that whole thing. Oh, you get in trouble with YouTube if you do more than 3 emojis, and I don't think any of that was ever true. Connie's got some emojis going now. Beautiful. I love emojis. I love using emojis. Catitude's got some emojis. There's Logan with some emoji. Yes, it is nonsense. I always heard that, Adam. Oh, I would hear people, if you came onto their live stream and you used more than 3 emojis, they would scold you. How dare you use those emojis? Stop that. Stop that. We're going to get in trouble. Like a lightning bolt was going to come down from out of the sky and strike you. Like you would be banned from YouTube for life for more than 3 emojis. I'm like, there are so many bugs swarming out here. You can see them in front of the camera. Look at all the bugs. Different kinds of gnats, mosquitoes. It's a plethora of bugs. Yeah, I heard that for years. Oh my God. You'll get in trouble. Never use more than 3 emojis. And, no more than 3. And but I like emojis. I think they're beautiful. That's why when I do my pinned comment after my videos, I always throw a lot of emojis at the end. Some flowers, some hearts, some cats, um, a tree. Uh, I just like emojis. Especially flowers. I do like the flower emojis. That's the big moo there. And that's the mini moo. And I see some lights down there at the end of the driveway. Oh, there's Glare Bear with some beautiful flower emojis. Thank you, Glare Bear. They're beautiful. And some mushrooms. I made a mushroom video, about a month back about a giant 3-tiered mushroom. And I did a short of it, knowing that no one would watch. But the people who always watch do. Like, I know Judy was going to watch it. And, I got a handful of people who are going to watch it. But it was a very interesting mushroom with lots of rings, different colored rings on it, a beautiful pattern. Oh, goodness. I think I got a bug down the throat. There's the little tiny kitten. There is, I think that's Princess. But I still have Ethereal here in my lap, snugging. He always has to do his after dinner snuggle, don't you, Ethereal? Don't you? After dinner snuggles. Yes. Moo is hydrating. Uh, uh, well, it can start to get a little bit cooler in October, Connie. Not cool like cold, but we start to get some relief in October. It can still be quite warm and stuffy. And Connie, great question. Anything is better than August, but we're still having weather in the mid 90s. But with the dew point and the humidity here, it feels like upper 90s, and it's still very oppressive and uncomfortable. Um, so I'll probably make a joyous video when I feel my first real cool weather. It's cool. It's cool. It's it's the humidity that's actually worse. It feels like being in a sauna. It's just sticky, and I just can't help. I just perspire, and your clothes are sticking to you. And I'll take a shower, and then you get out, and then you feel sticky again, and it's just like you just never feel clean and dry unless you can go somewhere where there's really cool air conditioning. Now I do have an air conditioner, y'all. I'm not backwoods. I have an air conditioner. It's just not big enough to cool the area I am trying to cool. So I'm making do with what I have. Doing the best I can with what I have, everybody. It shows that 15 people are here. I wonder if there's people who are watching who are not chatting. I always wonder that. I wonder if there's people who just like to be lurkers but not say hello. Say hello, please. Oh, Glare Bear, it is the humidity. You always hear it's not the heat, it's the humidity. It really is the humidity. Well, thank you for being here, Logan. It's always nice to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Have a great evening, Logan. Oh, now I hear the neighbor's dogs going crazy. She's talking to her baby. She's cooing to her little baby. Yeah, it's interesting when you see the number tell how many people is in chat, but there's not that many people chatting. And I always wonder, is there somebody here just lurking? If you're just lurking, put in a heart, a little waving hand, something. When I were down to 10, I must have ran them off. That's okay. I do watch a lot of live streams where it shows a lot of people are watching, but there's only a few people chatting. I do see that quite often. And sometimes it is fun just to watch something and not engage in the chat. Maybe you don't feel like talking, you just feel like watching. I understand completely. Yeah, John. I fell asleep in the middle of spine ticks Saturday night. Dropped the phone, woke up. It was over with. If there's somebody I know, I come on, I say something. Depending on who it is, a lot of it I don't know what to say, John. I don't know what I don't have anything to add to the conversation other than hello, how are you? I just it's something. Their topics are something I know nothing about on spine. It's nice to go on there and hang out with people. But yeah, I only made it about halfway through this Saturday, and I woke up right as it was ending, and could not go back to sleep. We know I have found in chat typing like y'all are all doing, it's easier to talk than say one on one, face to face with somebody. Oh, I do not like any sports at all, John. No shape, form of anything. So I'm not necessarily there for the topics they're talking about. It's just a lot of people from different things, like Barbie Daily is on there. Sometimes my Linda stops by. Lots of people who aren't necessarily from that community are stopping by. And it's just a place to hang out. Judy stops by. I've even seen Sydney Cat. It's been a while since I've seen Sydney Cat there. You know, Catitude, I said my social life would be easier if I liked sports because you can always find somebody to talk about sports with, especially football. You can engage in conversation with football, young, old, rich, poor, man, woman. And if it's just not anything you're interested in, and that's what everybody's talking about, you're just standing there like, I don't know what the heck y'all are talking about. Look at all them glowing eyes out there. Look at all them eyes. Eyes, eyes. Here, kitty kitties, come back up here. Here they come. Here come the kitties. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Here they come. Here they come. They're coming back. Don't run away, kitties. Hey there. What were y'all looking at down there? I saw a lot of eyes down there staring. What were y'all? There's Kai Kai. Hey, Kai Kai, the ladder cat. Kai Kai, the ladder cat. There's a little kitten and Minnie Moon. You see, I don't know anybody I can talk to about the cats, or I would love to find an Iris forum where I could just go in there and talk about Iris, 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 and I'm sure I could find something like that on Facebook. I just do not participate with Facebook. Oh, the mosquitoes are horrendous. Now they're hydrating after their run. Remember, everyone, it's important to stay hydrated. Very important. Which I'm going to do when I go in. No, Catitude, I just have a Facebook account. So it's the and I so I, only thing I follow is our local sheriff's department. So if there's some sort of emergency, they post, and I will get informed. Like, oh no, don't go here. The road is closed, or this has happened, or that's happened. So other than that, I do not do Facebook at all. I have never posted anything. I just I do look at my ex husband's Facebook page. I did do that. Um, it's just him with a lot of skanks hanging all over him like he's some fine young stud. I just wonder how much he had to give them so they would touch his stinky body. Well, good. That sounds excellent, Catitude. I wish I had some of that myself, Catitude, but I just have water and a little bit of coffee and one Diet Coke. One Diet Coke. There's my letter cat. Oh, oh, he just tried to get a bug, didn't you, Effie? Did you see a bug fly by your face, Effie? Yes. Yeah. Okay, John. How are you going to find me, John? You said you didn't know my address. But if you do come, it's mandatory that you bring Chardonnay. I like barefoot Chardonnay. I just I don't know how you're going to find me. I did. I Googled myself to see if somebody did know my name, but I've never told anyone my last name, ever. Ever. I've never told anyone my last name. But I did Google myself, and my old address is the only one that pops up. This is my mother's home, not mine. And so I still pop, when I Google myself, it still says my old address is where I used to live. John, scold you. John needs a spanking. John, stop it. Naughty John. John, be good. Oh, goodness. John. Ethereal. There goes Ethereal. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm like, can somebody find me if they figured out my name? And I did Google, and they'd be going to where I used to live. They could go see my ex sister-in-law. Whether or not she still lives around there, I don't know. But they could go see her. They could go see my ex sister-in-law and have fun with her. Okay, John. well, well, I hope you're getting some, John. I was telling, I think I told John the story, and I don't know if I told Rosemary this, about the time somebody was looking for me and there was somebody in the area that had the same name as me. And this is still when I lived over there where I lived for 28 years. And I had an ex-boyfriend looking for me. And so he stopped at the local store because that's used to be how you would do it before people Googled. And he'd stop at the store and they'd say, well, where does Jackie Joe Johnson live? Where does John Smith live? Where does Becky Sue live? Who, whatever. And, and they'd say, oh, they could always tell you at the local store. And they said, well, she lives here, you go down here, you go down there. Well, they didn't know me because I am not a social butterfly. Even though I lived there for 28 years, I didn't know anybody except for people who were related to my ex-husband. And so they directed them to the house of someone else who had the same name as me. And they went and they found her. And they said, well, we're looking, let's just pretend my name's Jackie Joe. And they said, well, we're looking for Jackie Joe. And she said, that's me. And they looked at her and they said, no, you're not her. And she said, yes, I am. And this is, and they're like, no, you're not. And she said, yes, I am. And then they said, well, you're not who we're looking for. And and she said, well, I don't know who you're looking for, but I know what my name is. And they kept trying to say, well, we know somebody with this name and you're not her. And she says, well, that is my name. And she kind of lived out in the country and she was afraid. It was a couple of guys and they came to her door trying to tell her that's not her name. That's not your name. That is not your name. And she's like, yes, it is. And you're like, well, you're not her. And I'm like, I am her. And so anyway, she called somebody and she said, somebody I knew, and they said, hey, there's just these strange guys here saying they were looking for me, but then they said I wasn't me, now she was afraid, even though she had enhanced protection, just so to speak, enhanced protection. And so everybody went over there, and I'm like, oh, I bet he was looking for me. It had to have been this guy that I was no longer with, and he was had to be, because she was saying, no, I am, that's my name, I'm Jackie Joe. And she's like, and he was like, no, you're not. He never found me though. He tried, and I did talk to Rosemary about this. He did follow me home, and I didn't stop at my house because I knew I was being followed because I lived way out in the woods. And I just kept driving. I knew they were behind me, and I was winding my way through the woods, and I knew they were following me, and I just kept going and stopped at somebody else's house. And because I knew the guy wanted to find out where I lived because he said he was going to harm my cats. And so I did not want him to find out where I lived. And when I saw I was being followed for about 15 miles, and I was out in the middle of nowhere, and I'm like, I'm not going home. No, I'm not going home. And I kept driving. And I guess he figured, oh, I'm not going to find out. Yeah, Connie, he wanted to get back at me, and said that he was going to harm my cats. This has been many years ago, over 20 years ago. And he always wanted to know where I lived. And he was always asking, where do you live? Where do you live? And something about it, he seemed too eager to find out where I lived. He was just like, wanted to know so bad where I lived. I knew he wanted to get into my house and not leave. He was looking for a place to live. And trust me, he was not going to live with me. I got one man out of my house, and I was never going to get another one in there. And I said, that's it. I'm done. No more men in my house. And this guy, he was just determined to find out where I lived. And no, and he followed me for miles and miles out in the middle of nowhere. And he couldn't, he would stay with people till they kicked him out. And he'd always say, well, I'm going to pay you rent. He was one of those. Stay with people until he got kicked out. And I knew that he would come over, get in, somehow or another, prop his lazy ass up on my couch, and I'd never. Well, I was at Catitude. This is the woods. There was no police station. I mean, I'm talking, I went through a wildlife refuge through the middle of nowhere. Because I lived in the middle of nowhere. And I'm like, well, I was getting even, when I thought, well, they're not going to turn down my road. for sure, because there's nothing down there but a few houses. So when I turned down my road, they followed me there too. Well, I didn't even look at my house. I didn't look towards my house. I just kept going. So I turned another way. Then they followed me another way. And I'm like, well, there's nothing out here. So I found a random house to stop at that had a car. It had to be a house that had a car in front of it. It just so happened it was somebody I knew. It was just somebody I knew. It was my ex-husband's cousin, just so happened to be there. And he's like, hey, girl, what you doing here? I'm like, I just got followed all the way from West Monroe. And I'm like, here they come. Here they come. Here they come. And I'm like, there they are. And then they came back by, and they went back and forth by. And this guy I knew said, well, I'm going to go out there and see what this is about. So he went, as they were coming back by, he went out towards the road. That was it. They left, and they never come back by, because they knew they were, they thought I lived there and I wasn't alone. Had some young guy with me, and I was never bothered again, because I guess they assumed that's where I lived, and I had a guy living with me. And what they were probably wanting to do was find out where I lived and get a cat and say, I'll give you your cat back for money or something like that, or steal my jewelry or something like that. There was something nefarious going on. And there was no good intentions going on. And so I just, they probably assumed, oh, she's got somebody there with her. And it wasn't where I lived, but I was not going to let them see where I lived. Nope, was not going to do that. But they never bothered me again, but I guess because they figured, because anybody who knew me knew I would be at work all day. I wouldn't be home till the evening time. And if he wanted to break in, they knew I wasn't going to be there. But when they saw that I was out there with a guy, and a guy was going towards the road, they must have assumed I wasn't going. The home would not be empty in the daytime. So that's why I don't want people knowing my address. A lot of reasons, and I had a stalker. I've alluded to. I had a stalker who, even after I moved down here, came down here 3 times to harass me. So I am sensitive. And he stopped at the store to find out where I lived. My stalker from where I used to live stopped at a store. He knew my mother's name and told him my mother's name. Where does she live? And he found me. So I'm kind of sensitive about being stalked because of past experiences. Excuse me. I think I got a bug in my throat. Anyway, oh my goodness, it's been over 2 hours. I'm going to wrap it up. I've got to go get some water and check on my mother. Well, thank you all for being here. I truly do appreciate it. More than words can say. Thank you. I did enjoy hanging out with all of you. I hope you all have a great night. And I'm going to go get me some water and check on the house cats, check on my mother. It's always nice hanging out with all of you. I appreciate each and every one of you. You've made me feel so much better. John made me laugh. Well, thank you, Glare Bear. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And thank you all for watching my videos. And I love reading your comments. All of that. It means so much to me, and it really does. It's helping me get through this very difficult time. But anyway, good night, everybody. Thank you. Love all y'all so much.